Brian. I would like you to share some knowledge you've gained through the course of your life. What would you pass on?
Well, Jeremy's already almost there. I mean, he should be headlining. He's really smart, really funny. The main thing I think that I've seen, people make that leap. Like I wasn't able to make that leap till I was on TV a bunch. When I actually took a break from stand-up because I moved to LA in the early 90s and got writing gigs and stopped doing the road. But when I stopped, I was like, a feature in some places, but mostly an opener and an MC. And then once I got TV credits, I was able to immediately become a headliner. As soon as I decided to go back to doing the road, I skipped really. I never really featured. I did a couple of co-headlining gigs with Patton Oswalt, and then we immediately both started headlining on our own. Like we just did a couple of those, and it was. He had King of Queens as a credit, and I had Just Shoot Me as a credit, and so we were both able to do that. So, I mean, it sounds like shitty advice, but get TV credits. And that sounds like that's not that easy, but it actually, well, for me it was. But the main thing is to move to a place where you can get seen. Jeremy's got really funny stuff, and he would get totally picked up in a second if he moved to LA. And would get immediately on Conan. I mean, and that's what it takes now. There was different ways. When I started, there was way more shows back then to do stand-up. The Comedy Central had a million different things. Now they really only have those half-hour specials, and it takes a while to get one of those. You have to be on their radar for a little bit. And so now one of the only ways for young guys to get on is to get on like a show, like get on Jimmy Kimmel, get on Jimmy Fallon, get on Conan. Yeah?
It's hot.
Oh.
Sorry, just doing this real quick. Sorry.
Is it still running?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's to get on one of those shows, but you have to be out where people can see you. You have to either be in New York or you have to be in LA. Or, there's some places like Chicago that you can be there and they'll come see you at a festival. But that's the other thing. You got to get on one of those festivals. You got to do the Chicago Festival or you got to do Montreal. And then once you get on there and you get management and you get an agent, then everything else just falls into place. I mean, I see it happen still, like younger guys that didn't jump through the same hoops I jumped through, but they're, guys like Aziz Ansari and people like that. They still got through being on Conan first and that kind of thing.